Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Gigging to Financial Freedom, and we are using gig work money to pay down our debt, which is like 6 credit cards and 3 other accounts. So this is the first planner that I came up with. So I think I like the cover color better than I do on the white one, but you decide. I do like some aspects of this one that I didn't do in this one. So the next time I do a planner for next year, I will incorporate things from this one into this one. So we are going to get started. So in this one, we do have some extra. So I did some savings trackers. So you've got $5, you've got a $10 over here. You also have one for $15, for $20, and $25. So you can pick and choose whichever ones you want. You could do 2 rows on each one. You could do 1 row on each one, just whatever you want to do. You have room for some notes that you may want to make as to where you want to go, what you want to do. So here is the planner by the week for the month. So I left them blank. That way you can write in your own dates. So we are still working on income for this week. We have this income is actually, I guess this income will be to pay these bills. And we have not finished this week. And I have not been very good about filling in our spots, but I will get those filled in for the end of this. But basically what I have written down somewhere, we've made like $600 and something. So basically by the end of this week, we will have made enough to pay off these 2 bills, which, yeah, that is just a crazy amount. This is always the bad week. Well, next week, bill paying is always the worst, because that's when we have all this craziness come out. But we did have some carryover from this week and this week into going into paying this. So we need a total of, yeah, $1,036.77 to pay these 3 bills right here. But I know I currently, well, I mean, we'll be fine because our carryover, there's enough to pay like this, and this week's income will pay these with a little bit of carryover to hopefully pay this one, and that way whatever we make this week will pay that one. So yeah, it's a little confusing right now getting started. So I mean, it's just me. How to figure this out. So, do you take the because like I said, I haven't finished this week. I'm going to go out dash tonight, or right in just a little bit. So when I come back, we will go back over everything, and I will do the completed payout. I will fill in all these numbers, because I didn't even fill out those either. But I filled this out at my W-2 job, so that's where that is. So then I also have a mileage tracker. So you can keep track of your mileage if you're not using an app. There should be enough blanks, date and miles, so you've got 2 rows on each page to fill those in. That way you can have that for your tax write-off. That'll be your, log that you'll need to give to your tax person. Believe I am no tax expert, so just take what I say with a grain of salt and go consult your tax person. So currently, and actually we have paid, whichever one was the next one, we've already paid this one. This $213.33 has already been paid. And so we're going to come over here and just mark that, because everything right now, I'm only paying the minimum that currently, and actually we have paid, whichever one was the next one, we've already paid this one. This $213.33 has already been paid. And so we're going to come over here and just mark that, because everything right now, I'm only paying the minimum. That way at the end of the month, I will see what is left and will apply it to this card. So I'm looking to figure out what I did with my list that has the interest rates, because I would be interested to see what these interest rates are. These two are, yeah, they're high. They're like in the 14-15% range. But like these are all really high, because credit cards, as you know, the interest rate on credit cards is insane. So some of these are 29. I think there's a 24. So in somewhere in that range, probably 24.99, 24.99% to almost 30%. So that's, yeah, you know, it just floors me that we're doing this, but we're getting there. Every day is a struggle, but yesterday we had a really good day, so that is just made it all really worth it. It is extremely cold here. Last time I looked, it's 3 degrees. So yeah, it's just crazy. But I just wanted to kind of touch base with you just before I went out, and then I will, you know, not consolidate, but I'll get all my numbers together. We will go over these tonight when I get home, but at least we've got a start for this video, and I hope you enjoy the journey. We're probably going to get a whiteboard, and that way I can write these things on the board, and maybe it might be a little bit easier for you to see. I don't know how well you're able to see what we're doing, and yeah, I don't know. So, but also, if you have anything that you would like to share or comment, I would appreciate it. Any little bit helps with what we're doing. But then, okay, so beyond that, we have, here's the things, like that one I kind of goofed, so we're gonna flip over to this one. So we have this, where I have how much the bills are that we're paying out each week. I have it written down this way too, how much money that's coming in for that week. So, you know, here's, and then what's left over. So I have to figure this one out, because I didn't write all this down earlier, but we'll go back over it this evening when we get back in, and then here we start over again for the next month. And so these two accounts we know, or these three, the accounts we know how much we pay when we pay them. The credit cards payments are going to change, payment amounts. So let's get to gigging. The car started. It's like I said, 3 degrees outside, so hopefully we'll have a really great day. I'm not planning on staying out too terribly long, somewhere between probably 8 and 10 hours, and then we'll come back and we will discuss our financial plan that we have for our gigging to financial freedom. So if you're interested in one of my planner logs, please put it in the comments. I will post, I have 2 available that I can ship out, as I think it's going to be easier for me to ship them out via myself versus you ordering them through the print company, because it took forever. It took almost 2 to about 2 weeks once it was printed for me to actually get this in my hand. So if I can order, you know, several of them at a time and then, you know, replace them, that's what we'll do. And also let me know which, you know, cover you like better. If you like this purple cover or the white cover. I would like to know your thoughts on that too. So thanks for being here. And okay guys, so we are back. Yeah, the fireplace is like crackling like nobody's business. So we made $204.27 tonight, and so from Monday to today we made $896.01. Woohoo! So then, yeah, we are going to take that, and honestly I don't know how much is, so we should have carryover. Let me think. This is what gets very confusing. So the first week of January's bills totaled $246, but we made $689. So yeah, that's kind of, no, I'm not going to worry about that. So the income that came in this week that we actually got paid in the bank was $689.45 right there. So the bills that we paid this week were this one that is, oh, what did I do? Oh, $689.45. So then we paid out $213.33 and we paid out $29. So really, this I guess I'm hitting the wrong buttons. So $689.45 minus $213.33 is $476.12 minus 29, that leaves us $447, which $447 will actually pay this bill right here, this $436.29. So that will pay that. So then if you do that for 36 there, so then we still have $10.83. But we'll have money come in Tuesday and Wednesday. I don't know it'll be enough to cover that right there off the top of my head, because I haven't figured that far ahead. You can tell I'm really prepared here. We did one video this morning already, so yeah, we did not. That one's definitely not 34. And then over here is the other one, which 230.73. Okay, so now back to the calculator. Okay, so we have this 1083, and we will get $34 plus 230.73. So that's $275.56, which is not enough to cover this 508. But I have enough cushion that it'll cover it until we get our big check on Thursday, because that's when the bulk of our money's going to come in, on Thursday. So that will be, let's see here. So we'll have this negative 232.44, but we'll have a deposit the day after that withdrawal for 628 So then we'll be back ahead $3.95. So that will, Thursday is this bill, which is $192.48. So we'll still be $200 ahead before the next thing, which is this bill here on the 22nd, which is $110.55. And that leaves us $92.81. And then we have this other big bill that comes out, but whatever we make this next week will cover that. And then that is the last bill we have of the month. So, whew, that will be a challenge, but that's okay because there's always a little bit extra carryover from the month before. And then when I do all the figures, we will come back at the end of the month on the 31st and look and see what we have left over, and we'll pay on this card over here. So then we'll add to this card, to this credit card. So then this credit card will come down, which is just wonderful. So hopefully we'll have this paid off by March, if not sooner. I mean, I'm thinking February, but you know, I don't want to get too ahead of myself. So that's where that is when it comes to the money that we make doing the gig work. So I've decided to do a different thing when it comes to the cash stuffing. So we'll do that here in a moment. All right, guys. So we're gonna set this aside because what I have decided to do when it comes to these envelopes, we are gonna take all the envelopes out that we have like completely stuffed. So these, I'm pretty sure all these are stuffed completely, and that one, and that one, and not these. I think they just have ones in there. So okay, we're gonna start there. We know that one is full too. And we're gonna go, we have some ones and some 10s and a 20. So we are going to take envelope number 11, take the cash out because of course, see, it was just a 1. So we're gonna fill this one up and we will put it in this other box because one, I like to see progress, and the less envelopes I have in this box will make me feel much better, way better. I'm pretty sure there's just 2 in here as well. So we're gonna take those and add a 10 and put that in here, and then we're gonna move it to the other box. So yeah, I think this is it's better for me because, you know, if you can see a little bit of progress, and you know, by moving your envelopes to another place, another location, and that makes you feel like you have less envelopes to go, because I don't have a little sheet to like mark off the envelope or whatever. So, you know, that's me, and that's how I'm gonna do it. So there's a 10, 11, 12, 13, there's 14, and we'll fill up number 14 here. Oops, I hit the camera. So what are y'all doing? Are y'all doing cash stuffing? Are you doing any other envelopes? Because I'm also doing weekly envelopes for our vacation fund. So someone asked me where this cash comes from. So some of it comes for tips, which that's not a lot. And a lot of it comes just from, I just go get it out of the bank. You know, I just go get it from my bank account, my whatever. Because if I have a little bit of leftover, some of it is coming over here, some of it's gonna go to pay on our credit cards. So it's kind of a little bit of everything. That's kind of, yeah, where I'm going. You know, I'm kind of like all over the place at the moment, but you know, that's okay. We can be wherever we want to be. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 9 left, and actually I'm just gonna put this 20 in this 19, and we'll just be $1 over, and that's fine. That is perfectly all right. You can do whatever you want to do. You see, here's even the 63 one. So yeah, that looks better. Let me get this pencil out of here. And then we have, I'm gonna put 1 in here. So I will know, because what I'm gonna do is all of these, the big bill is on the outside. So if the big bill is on the outside and they're in this envelope, or the small ones, whatever's left in this box is obviously going to be ones that aren't full, because if they were full, we would have moved them to this box over here. So that's where we are. We've almost got all of 1 through 29 full. Well, besides these few in the teens, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Not too shabby, should I say so myself. So, yeah, we're going to have to start working on these big ones. Which, whew, that's just nerve-wracking as it in its own right. But, because we may start with the pull. Yeah, see, these are kind of out of order. They got mixed up with, and so that was another reason I was wanting to move them, because it makes it a little bit easier for me to know where they are, but I also know that I still need ones for these other ones. So that's because I was thinking maybe I had gotten too many ones at the bank. They always think I'm crazy when I tell them I want my change back in ones. But, you know, hey, that's just me. There is 48, so 49 will go right here. So this box, we will be filling the rest of these envelopes. See how long it takes us, because here's the big ones. These are going to be like once a week, maybe. We might get down to where we're doing one every couple weeks, but we'll see, because these big ones down here, whoo, lordy. But that's okay. We're doing good. I'm not complaining. This is definitely a different challenge for me, and so as long as I get the bills paid and fill a few envelopes here and there, because this does not have to be done in 100 days. It doesn't have to be done in 6 months. It doesn't have to be done in a year. It can be done in however long I take. However, the sooner the better, because we do have to purchase a new air conditioning unit before the summer, and that's going to be pushing it. So, all right, guys, if you have any other questions, I hope I answered the ones that were put out there. And if I didn't, just remind me. I'm going to start taking a notebook and writing down all the questions so that I can remember what y'all are asking, and so that I can make sure that I answer all your questions. So we will say goodbye for now, and we will see you next week. And hopefully next week I'm a little more organized, because this week has just been craziness because the weather has been so cold. So we will see you next week. Thank you so much for being here.